Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, the home energy specialist. Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Claremont, always fresh. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Casasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And LaValle Building Supplies, for home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, as we get set to start the second quarter of action with the Cardinals leading 19-16 over the Cougars.
Stay tuned at the end of today's game for the Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza Play Pick of the Game. Ramonto's Pizza, always fresh. And really so far, Jeremy, on the Stevens side, Noah Spalding has been the offensive threat. He scored 11 first quarter points. And on the Kearsarge side, Johnson and Matos, each with 8.
And there's Spalding right off the get-go. Nicely done. The pass from Parker Smith, backdoor cut by Spalding, the reverse layup. Beautiful play. Puts Stevens back up 5. And a turnover. Matos tried getting it inside to Hernan. Not able to handle it, and nicely saved by the Cardinals. They'll get the ball back. Set something up. We see Spalding running the point. 3 Kearsarge defenders collapse on Spalding, and then Smith forces the pass in the paint, no one home. Nice defense there by the Cougars. Johnson with a nice up fake, gets his man to bite. A sweet stroke from 15 feet. Cut down the lead to 3.
Our next YCN High School Game of the Week will feature the Lady Raiders of Lebanon traveling to take on the Marauders of Hanover. The Winter Game of the Week premieres at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights.
Noah Spalding from the corner hitting another 3, and he's having a great night. As you mentioned, 11 points in the first quarter. There's 5 already for the soccer and basketball star. Once again, Kearsarge goes into Matos. Turnaround jumper, not able to fall, and Hernan off his fingertips out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals.
Nice try by Hernan there, just couldn't quite hang on to the ball.
Now we see Parker Smith running the point, getting into O'Brien, then out to Spalding. Swinging it to Nicholas O'Brien, who's able to hit the 3-pointer. And the second quarter has started much like the first quarter started in this squad, and you had said it was 11-2, I believe, in the first quarter, the biggest lead for the Cardinals, and then it was cut to 3 at the break, and now expanded back to 9. Foul's going to be before the shot. Shot's not going to count. Ball's going to be out of bounds. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Cougars trail the Cardinals 27-18. Opening game for both these teams. Carr Gymnasium in Claremont, New Hampshire.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the heat player of the game, when we'll pick the top performer in tonight's matchup.
Nice inbounds pass there. Matos with the height advantage just goes up and gets it, and then lays it in softly for the 2. Parker Smith with a turnover the other side. The bounce pass not able to connect, and then a little aggressive was Nicholas O'Brien on the defense. Foul on O'Brien, his second, team's 3rd. A shot from the corner just inside the 3-point line. There's Jordan Brick. Points for him. They'll cut the lead to 27-22. Spalding drives a little long, but rebounded by Zachary O'Brien, and they'll reset the offense. Spalding not afraid to go right back into the teeth of that defense, but nicely done by Kearsarge, standing tall and grabbing the defensive rebound. there. Storozuk with the three-pointer cuts it to a 2-point game, and this is as close as the Cougars have been since down at the beginning of the game. Good answer there by Richard Bell. He'll get the three-pointer to fall. Extend that lead back to 5 halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, this really has been an offensive battle so far. Not a lot of missed shots. Both teams really feeling it so far. Just like you said, Jeremy, very similar quarters. Stevens comes out hot. Kearsarge has to battle back. But it is a 5-point game. Anyone can take it.
Tom Johnson missing on last Cougar possession. Cardinals setting up a beautiful offensive play. Richard Bell taking it to the hole. 4-2. They now lead 32-25. Nate Camp wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 3:42 to go in the second quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Claremont, New Hampshire, where the Cardinals of Stevens lead the Cougars of Kearsarge 32-25.
Our replays are being brought to you by Kasasa. Free checking that rewards in cash each month. Ask for Kasasa at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
Kearsarge coming out of the timeout, and Matos dribbles it off his foot. Parker Smith the other way, and the lay-in nicely down there by Smith. His first points of the night. Now another turnover by the Cougars.
Stay tuned at the end of today's Hoops matchup for the Ramontos Brick Oven Pizza Play Pick of the Game. Ramontos Pizza, always fresh.
Cardinals back up 9, 34-25 as we approach 3 minutes to go before halftime, and the Cardinals will get in that offensive set, and they've had a lot of success in there as Parker Smith drives, kicks it out to the corner. This one's no good. Rebounded by Matos. He throws it ahead to Johnson, and he's fouled. Johnson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Yeah, good foul there by Bell. Had to foul him. Had to make him earn his 2 points by shooting free throws. It's a quality foul, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the type of foul that if you're going to foul him, you have to make sure he doesn't get a shot and get the three-point play. So Johnson does hit the first free throw, cutting that lead to 8, 34-26. Kearsarge really needs to get on a little run here to end this half. Second free throw's up, no good. Tipped, it looks like Hernan maybe touched it, and well, they're going to say it is Kearsarge basketball. So Cougars getting the free throw and then getting another chance to get the rare three-point play the other way. Stolen away for a minute, but Johnson is able to corral it and gets it out to Storozuk, who shoots the 3 and is fouled. Foul occurred before the shot, but everyone was lined up to shoot the free throw, including the Cardinals.
Yeah, tricked me.
Yeah, Kearsarge sold it well, except they didn't sell it to the refs. So Cougars will get the ball. That was Stevens' 5th foul. Inside 2.5 minutes. Opening game for both these teams. Cougars being patient on the offensive set.
Yeah, you can tell the Cardinals really want to double team Matos as much as possible.
Matos shoots for 3. No good. Smith with the rebound. And the empty possession hurts the Cougars. Nicely done there. Noah Spalding on the layup, extending that lead back to 10.
Spalding's got such great touch, and he can just fly in there full speed, then lay it in off his fingertips for the easy layup. Huge asset to this Cardinal team.
Shot's no good. Rebounded defensively by Nicholas O'Brien, and the Cardinals really shutting this Cougars team down on the offensive side. And here's O'Brien driving to the hoop. Rebound Matos. And before Matos is able to get the break, there's going to be a discussion here. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and not quite sure what confusion was. I don't know, Andrew, if you picked anything up on that.
Yeah, I was trying to understand. I think maybe somebody said something they shouldn't have. I'm not too sure what happened. It didn't seem like there was a foul called.
Johnson missing the jumper, tipped by Matos. No good. The Zach O'Brien's second foul, the team's sixth. Kearsarge will inbound the ball underneath their own hoop. Matos inside, nicely done with the left hand. 36-28, inside 1 minute.
Hey, local sports fans, the new YCN Sports Talk, co-hosted by our very own Jeremy Stout and Dave Collins, is every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. And my YCN Sports Wrap is on Fridays at 7:30 p.m. for weekly highlights of high school sports in our region. YCN is your local view.
So as we approach 30 seconds to go in the half, Stevens passing the ball nicely around the perimeter, getting the open three-point look in the corner. But Kobe Hussey can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound by the Cardinals, and they'll go to the free throw, or they'll go inbounding it underneath their hoop. Only the Cougars' third foul of the half. Zachary O'Brien tries to force the pass just a little bit. Nicely done there by Hernan, tipping it away. Would be big for the Cougars if they could come up with a stop and get one more basket before the half. Cut into this 8-point lead. Nicely done by Spalding to avoid the backcourt. Well, the Cardinals are content to pass the ball around, try and get something, one final look, but give credit to the Cougar defense. They're being pesky and not just letting them lazily pass the ball.
Yeah, the Cardinals very quick, trying to be patient.
And a foul on the floor as the drive started before the shot, so it'll be on the floor, their fourth foul.
Tune in to YCN's Outside Television in high definition on Comcast HD Channel 713 or Channel 21 for all the outdoor adventure.
3 seconds left. Spalding takes the inbound pass, drives, gets off the shot, but it's tipped out of his hands before he can get the shot off. So at halftime here in Claremont, the Stevens Cardinals lead the Cougars of Kearsarge 36-28. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
You're watching YCN's Game of the Week halftime show, brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and Andrew, pretty good basketball there, considering both these teams is their first time out for the season. At halftime, the score 36-28. Stevens leading. Let's first give us some of the statistical leaders for both sides.
Sure, yeah. So on the Stevens side, Noah Spalding has by far been the leading scorer. He has 18 first half points. And number 2 in terms of scoring is Nick O'Brien coming in with 7. And on the Kearsarge side, Tom Johnson is Taylor Matos is the leading scorer with 12 points. And Tom Johnson comes in second with 11 points.
All right, so we talked about it at the beginning of the first quarter. Kearsarge falling behind. It took them a lot of effort to come back and get close to that game. And then the start of the second quarter, the same thing happened. What's the recipe going into this second half for this Cougar team?
Well, the Cougars, they really need to stay alive and really look alive on defense. These Cardinals, they're not afraid to pass the ball around the arc, find the open man. They've had a more balanced offensive attack. You know, they can shoot the three. They're getting open layups with the nice pass. And on the opposite side, Stevens, in order to stop Kearsarge, they're really going to need to try to control Taylor Matos and Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson, as we've seen, can shoot from outside, but Taylor Matos is really lighting up the paint with those 12 first half points. They need to contain him, and it's going to be tough to do that.
Yeah, it looks like it's the Matos show and the Spalding show, so we'll have more basketball here from Carr Gymnasium as the second half gets ready to start. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.